Hello YouTube, Cotem 3 here. Not done a video for a very long time and not really doing anything spectacular on this one. This is more of a thank you video to a guy who's donated to my Just Giving page for a marathon that I'm up and coming soon. I'm doing the London Marathon for the charity Scope. So I just wanted to make this video really just to say thanks to him, and that's about it. That's about the only reason why I'm recording it, because there's probably plenty of videos out there on how to, what I'm going to be doing today. But yeah, I just wanted to say a massive thanks to Vince at mymatevince.com for your donation, mate. Completely made up by it, and this is my way of just saying thank you to you. Hopefully you might find it a bit interesting. This is more my sort of thing when I'm doing things. I do repairs, but unfortunately I ain't got the time to record it, and even recording this for you today, you know, I'm pushing the time that I had, but I really wanted to just show my appreciation and do a video, and hopefully you might find it a bit interesting. So this is what I'm doing. So back in the day, as you can see, I've got a few retro consoles in my retro console collection, and you'll probably notice that the area where I'm working is a little bit different to where where I normally would work. I've actually moved house from the last videos that I've made, and I've got my own little man cave garage. So all my consoles are set out, my retro consoles. I've got a old school photocopy machine that was donated because when I was a kid, you know, seeing all these, I was like, that's amazing. You've probably seen my videos before. I've got the fruit machine and arcade machine as well set up over there. So yeah, proper little man cave I've got here. But anyway, going a bit off topic there. My very first games console that I had after Spectrum and Amstrad ownership was the Mega Drive. And obviously, you know, you went out, you bought your games console, your cartridges, or you rented them or whatever, and that's as much as you can do. And that was bought to me by my parents. Now, luckily enough, I actually had my own money to buy my very first own console, which was this one right here, Sony PlayStation. Well, it wasn't exactly this one, I should say that. I ended up trading my Sony PS1, I think, to get a PS2 as you do. But yeah, so my very first console was the PS1, the Sony PlayStation, and sorry about that. I got someone to chip it, to modify it for me, which, you know, when you're like 14 years old and you're talking about chipping and modding and things like that, it's like, oh, you know, it was just so exciting. And when I got my Sony PlayStation back, when it had been chipped to play imported games, it was like the best thing ever. And it was like, you know, these guys who did the chipping were just like little heroes sort of thing, you know. And it was like, oh yeah, I know this guy who chips consoles, blah blah blah. And yeah, it was like amazing. So now I'm a bit older and a bit wiser, I've always fancied of having a go myself, and obviously I can solder and things like that now. So I thought, right, I'll buy one for no reason whatsoever other than to see if I could do it and see what was involved in chipping these. I thought, yeah, I'll get a PlayStation off eBay and chip it. Get the chip off eBay as well, because they sell them on cheap eBay. So the console was faulty, because that's all I ever buy is faulty consoles. But the console was faulty. It has a disc read error, which I've already tested ages ago, because like I said, I wasn't going to make a video on this. I'm just doing this as a thank you. But I'd already tested it, and it's just been sat in my garage now. I've been waiting for when I've got 5 minutes, because I'm very busy at the minute. I've been for the past 6-7 months. waiting for me to repair it. So I've had the laser, the new lasers here. The old lasers I've already took out. This has already been disassembled, and here's the. I don't know if that's going to pick it up too well, but there's the chip. So I've got the instructions, the wiring instructions on how to install the chip on there. So I'll do this in fast play. Like I say, it's not a tutorial. There's loads of tutorials out there which go in better detail than what I'm going to go into and what I haven't got time for. So literally, from this point, it'll all be sped up, and then once it's all been chipped, we'll test the chip, make sure it's working on the TV and it does play backup games or imported games. I should say this right off the bat, I have got all my games for my PS1, so I'm not purposely modding the Xbox to play games that I don't already own. It's just basically a video for me to see if I could do it, and maybe play the imported games that wouldn't necessarily work on a European PAL version. Okay, so we'll get down to it. Okay, so that's it. That's the chip all installed now. Yeah, I've pretty much done it on the fly. I've not really looked. I've tried to run the wires as best I could underneath the chips, so I've not got to think about holding them down, and then I just hot melted the chip onto the top of there, make sure there's no bridging. I'm bridging anything. Just a nice bit of salt, hot melt glue on there, just hold the chip in place. So I'm gonna have to pause the video now because my battery on my phone's dying. So I'll be back in a sec. I'll put it together. We'll stick a game in it, and away we go. Back in a sec. Okay, so got the charger on now on the phone, so we'll carry on. Just got to put this metal plate back on. Just a case of soldering it back into place. Put some, that's So it's all back together now. The connecting ribbon's a bit longer on this one than it is on the old one. I think I've seen this before on Gadget UK on his channel. I think he had a similar issue with his. So what I'll do is, before I put the lid back on, I'll go get a backup copy of Silent Hill. I'll burn a copy off of that. I'll have to copy the ISO, the Silent Hill, and then we'll give it a try before I put the lid back on, and hopefully it'll be all done. Back in a sec. Okay, so I've done my backup copy of Silent Hill. So what I'll do is, because there's a tiny little switch just there, and also that cable is a bit dodgy there because it's longer than the original. So I might stick some tape on that, just a bit of Captain tape on it. Stick it down. I think I remember, like I say, I think I remember Gadget UK having the same issue where his new laser, the ribbon cable connecting it was longer, because I think he had exactly the same issue. But what I'll do is I'll put the lid back on just for now. I won't bother screwing it down. It's just so there's a little tiny catch at the back, so it's make it a bit more easy for myself. I'm not entirely sure if this connector is for this model. It looks like it is, but I'm not sure. Just seems a bit loose. I've got a controller, just in case we need it. So there it goes. Sounds like it's loading up. I think it's doing something. Yes, there we go. So it was the laser as well, and the backup chip seems to be working okay. Well, the mod chip, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it seems to be working fine. Okay. Bro. I think probably the TV needs tuning in a bit better. Could probably do with because I'm running it through the antenna rather than a HDMI cable, SCART cable. But that didn't seem to be colour there. I don't know if it's because it needs tuning in better, but it was showing colour on the. So that cable doesn't quite seem right to me. I forget how bad the graphics were on the. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I think, like I said, I think there's something a bit dodgy with that. I think it needs tuning in. But yeah, that seems to be working fine. Yeah, definitely needs tuning in better. I need to get a SCART cable for it. Okay. So I'll finish off putting this back together. So yeah, like I said, this is just a thank you video. I'm not probably showing anything that someone could probably find better information from. It's just a case of fixing something that was broke. So like I said before, was off eBay. I think it cost me £2, I think, and probably about, I think it was about £5 postage packaging. So how the sellers made money out of that, I don't know, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was £2 because I didn't want to spend much more than that on a faulty PlayStation. Now, I think the new laser that cost me £5, so £7 total. Plus, I'd like to say £5 postage packaging. So what's it? £12. I think the chip was also, the chip set was really good as well. So if anyone's thinking about doing this, I bought the chip off eBay and it came with the whole set. It came with the KNRY and it even came with some solder, and it was quite straightforward to put in as you see me do. So I think the chip was about £5 as well. So, you know, £17, and we've had a bit of fun. We've had a bit of fun mucking about with it. And like I say, you know, I wasn't going to make a video on this. It's just something that I had that was simple to do because I haven't got much time on my hands at the minute. It's just a thank you video. So again, a massive thank you to you, Vince. Your donation, mate, was superb, as well as surprised because when we was talking, I wasn't really hinting on giving a donation. I was just me. Yeah, I just wanted to say what you're doing is fantastic. You know, pushing yourself to a target or having a goal is amazing. You know, before I took on the challenge of running the London Marathon, like I said, I lost 6 stone in weight, and then that came along with it. So, you know, beforehand, if anyone would have said to me, "Oh, you're going to be running a marathon, blah blah blah," you know, I'd have called them crazy. I'd have said there'd be no chance of that. But yeah, you're totally right, mate. And you know, I love watching your videos as well. You know, you're pretty much doing what I would like to do. So you're sort of saving me a job and buying all this junk, you know, that may or may not get fixed. So that's really why I've got no need to make the videos, because you're making them for us all, I assume. You know, and yeah, just keep up the good work. And, you know, the more, because I've got equipment and, yeah, I would say, if I was going to suggest you get one piece of equipment, it's definitely one of those. Especially, as I saw in your other video, you was working with phones. Without a microscope, mate, you're going to find it really hard to work on a mobile phone, especially surface mounted components. I know you've got on your camera, you've got a macro setting on there, but even with the macro on a camera, it can be still quite fiddly. And with one of them, you know, it's perfect. They are expensive, so I can totally appreciate why, you know, why you wouldn't necessarily want to fork out for one just yet. But it's just there, something to think about. But especially with mobile phones, it's just nigh almost impossible to look at something so small, you know, even through the macro setting on your camera or whatever it is that you're using. But yeah, again, mate, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best of luck, and I really hope you get your goals and get to it is where you want to be. So thank you very much. Take care.